I never played The Last of Us 1, so frankly, I don't care about the franchise. But as for the Iran shit, I mean, this is pretty standard stuff, right? In the, like, last years of its sort of electoral, you know, office and administration, turns towards warmongering because it's the best way to stoke up fear and secure a re-election. Fucking everyone does this shit. Reagan did this shit, Bush did this shit, Margaret Thatcher did this shit with that island off the coast of, South America. Have I tried Dauntless? It's a less demanding Monster Hunter, but I like demanding. Thoughts on the cyberpunk controversy? Evie, I literally did a 2-hour stream on that subject earlier today. Should probably move the thingy down if we're gonna be playing Isaac. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Zoop, 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 zoop. Zoop, 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 zoop. Zoop. Eevee Eternal. I'm gonna put make a video of it soon. Bad item. I'll be putting out the Kraut interview soon. Will you play horror games like Outlast? I do like... Oh, wait. I thought this was Adrenaline, not Speedball. I'm a little out of practice. I'm down to play horror games. I get spooked pretty easily. Plus, the first game I ever played on my channel back on Twitch was, well, the very first game was actually Binding of Isaac, the original. But, after that, the first game I played was Dead End Road, which is like a cheesy horror game. Why you no play Dream Daddy? Because I'm not into dating sims. Do I play any musical instruments? No, but I'm considering buying a shamisen one day. High horror game streams? Maybe one day. Type 1 if you want me to smoke a bunch of weed and then play a scary game. Type 1 if that's the shit you're here for. I'm seeing some ones. Also, fuck this room. Get him. Yeah! Not a big deal. Forsooth, I have been shot. You know what? Can we have... Oh, god damn it. That... I forgot I have a speed uphill. Can we have a, just this once, do you think we could have a nice Q&A stream where nobody asks me, like, politics questions? Or maybe we focus on non-political content? I think that'd be nice. I know that's the only reason you fuckers care about me, but I do have opinions on other things. Advice for upcoming new lefty creators? Fuck, I don't know, man. Find a niche. Well, find a need. Look, it's like capitalism, okay? Find a niche, find a need, do it better than anyone else, and network aggressively. Also, don't ever, ever, ever take success for granted, okay? I was so lucky. When do you decide to check and read donos during game streams? Intermittently, but I also have text-to-speech on. So if anyone donates $5 or more bucks, it'll do the text-to-speech thing. Which we haven't had on in a while. Well, how do I feel about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? It was, like, my favorite game in high school. Because I was too young to understand that, like, tripping was bullshit. Oh, man, there are a lot of questions going by right now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Do I like horror games? Yeah. I haven't played Minecraft in ages. How far reactionary were you in high school? I was never that reactionary. I was just like edgy, disaffected, libertarian teen, you know? I never thought that like gay people were disgusting. I mean, I'd say the N-word a lot. But I was never a bigot. I was reactionary in the sense that I believed that there was no longer oppression in the world, and therefore people attempting to correct existing oppression were themselves trying to create reverse oppression. It's a pretty commonly held reactionary belief, and the fact that I was able to get rid of it after high school shows you how far behind mentally the average reactionary is. Fuck me. Enter the Gungeon is free right now? Well, I've already bought it, so it doesn't... Check your Twitter mentions for a good friend. Maybe later. I'm playing Blidia. The trinket I just picked up means that my iframes after I take damage are doubled, so I'll have a slightly longer period of invulnerability. That's pretty neat. Oh, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Sorry. I think Ultimate is sick. Like, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, from everything I've seen, is fun and very competitively viable. More so than Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U was, at least. Black Pigeon got his channel back. That's not surprising to me. Unfortunate, but not surprising. Have I played Celeste? Yep. I'm only like a couple of strawberries away from 100%ing it as well. Like golden strawberries, I mean. Did I ever play Wizard of Legend? No, I did not. Do I want to use the bomb on this floor? I think I do. I think the secret room is here. Fuck! Does Daddy Vaush have superior taste and use the classic OST mod? I don't know, fucker. You tell me. Who do you like to play as in Smash? I'm a Banjo-Kazooie main right now. I'm a Banjo-Kazooie main, more so than any of you. What are my thoughts on postmodernism? That's like the most political question imaginable. Can we not? I have never played the Spider-Man or the Avengers game on the PS4. I, in fact, do not own a PS4. Though at some point I might have to get it just for, fucking, Bloodborne. The one Souls-like I've never beaten. Any tips for a DM? I don't know. Go full tilt with the voices. No! Fuck me. I'm so rusty. I'm so rusty! No, I don't have a key. It was all nothing. It was worth nothing! No! I'm so rusty! Fuck me. Just fuck me. Just fuck me right up. I don't really watch Polygon content. Sure, yeah. Fucking Blue Baby. Absolutely. Thoughts on Neo 2? I never played Neo 1. I did play Nier Automata. I 100%ed it, too. It was pretty good. I think a lot of people overrate Nier Automata, to be perfectly honest. There were a lot of design decisions that, frankly, I think were kind of shit, and I don't think the story was anywhere near as deep as people give it credit for. Honestly, I think a lot of the reason why people overinflate, like, Nier Automata's value is because of the aesthetic and because they want to fuck 2B. I know that sounds a little bit reductive, but you'd be amazed at how far people will go to, like, defend boner taste. Or if you don't have a boner, goop taste. That's if you have a vagina. And if you have neither, asshole quivering. Yeah, 2B's pretty fucking hot. I'm into, like, enthusiastic consent, though, and in most of the hentai I've read, 2B is more of a reluctant sexual partner. Would you consider yourself a creative? Yeah, probably. I mean, I draw a lot, right? It's not just that I draw a lot. I have an active interest in media and, like, creative analysis. Okay. This item, it's like a bomb on a 3-room charge, but when you plant it, other enemies will run at it. Do you eat more than rice and beans and ramen now? A little bit more, but not by much. I'm still pretty lazy. And I am making quite a bit of money. I don't want to be, like, it's not a braggadocious thing, but I can't overstate how much the support of you folks has afforded me financial freedom. Have you seen Steven Universe? Are you crazy for thinking it has leftist subtext? Steven Universe obviously has leftist subtext, and yes, I've watched the entire series. And done fan art, and yep, I'm fully fucking involved. What's my favorite anime? Fooly Cooly. But yeah, I mean to say this, and I'm saying this, like, for ethical reasons, because I feel like I should be forthcoming. To people who want to support me, make it be known, and while I do plan on reinvesting this into the stream, at current projections, on account of this stream, Patreon, ad revenue, and all that nonsense, I'm now making 6 figures off of this pursuit, which means that over the course of 6 months, I went from on the brink of homelessness to being, like, upper middle class. Now, I haven't been doing that for long, mind you, but... Fuck! Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. Yeah, pee-pee poo-poo. That's what I'm saying. Would I smash Ben Shapiro? I really wouldn't. Ooh. Nearly got me with that one. Doinks or doobies? Doinks. Damn it. Fuck, man. I'm so out of practice. Listen, right now in the chat, Hyena is saying to not give me any money. I strongly disagree with this. Keep giving me money, okay? Yeah, Dino Thrasher, the growth has been pretty fucking astounding. I'm gonna use... Oh, fuck. I'm gonna use my little duder right here. Because that red chest might have soul hearts. Nope, just that. Oh, Charlie Britt, thanks for the $5. Let me see if text-to-speech is working. Is it gonna play out loud? Is it gonna play out loud? Is it gonna play out loud? I have no idea. It's been a while since I've used text-to-speech. I think I configured it properly. I'm not very tech-literate. Okay, I guess it's not gonna play out loud. Charlie Britt said, if you like enthusiastic and important comics, read the three-parter called Little Buddy by Mish. Nice try, buddy. I've already read Little Buddy, and Mish is one of my favorite porn artists. Nice try! Trying to get me to reread some shit. Remember when the goal was to get on Raj? Yeah, I do. Site donos are borked, are still borked? Oh, well, hold on then. Just a mo. Yeah, I'm an anarcho-syndicalist. Yeah, hold on. Okay. This time for real, okay? Does Jesse Lee Peterson know he's black? He knows and he hates it. Lazarus! Alright, let's do it. Do I have to move my thingy? But looks matter a lot more if you're upfront with fucking and dipping. It depends. That's less the case if you're kinky. Oh, cool. Whoa! That's less the case if you're kinky. If you've got like some pretty specific kinks, or if you're matching with people who are like look kinkier, like they've got the collars on or more tattoos or whatever, then looks matter, I think, less, because you indicating that you can satisfy their kink needs will make them way more disposed towards wanting to fuck you, even if you're super quick. What's in the not safe for work portion of your Discord? I'm 21 but a little intimidated to join. There are 5 not safe for work servers, or channels on my server. Not safe for work IRL, which is of porn, usually admittedly fairly vanilla porn, posted of IRL people. Not safe for work drawn, which is art porn, you know, illustrations and paintings and stuff. There's thirst posting, which is where people are to go when they flirt with each other, like if they want to be like, oh, you're so fucking hot because I saw you in. Not safe for work selfies, which is the 4th one, which is where people post nudes of themselves. I have posted there several times. And then finally, there's not safe for work chat, which fuck me, which is just meant to be general discussion of not safe for work things. Not great, but okay. Okay, so we have we picked up a golden bomb this floor, which is actually really crazy good. It means that we have infinite bombs for this floor, meaning that all walls, rocks, urns, all of it can be destroyed. Am I a wobbly? I don't know what that is. I don't know who the Asian capitalists are. Yeah, sure. You mean like when ER takes me down, or when I take ER down? Kinky thick boy with attraction to intelligent animals, except a furry, how do I do well? Wait, you mean like you're a zoophile? Did you know TikTok is getting sort of popular with reactionaries? Makes sense. Appeal to kids. Don't worry too much about the TikTok thing. Any platform that gravitates towards appeasing children is bound to attract fucking reactionary grifters. Say to scroll. I mean, I'm not in charge of the Discord anyway, so... Oh, wobbly. I might do a call-in stream soon, but I don't want people to just come on and rant on my audience. Ideally, when I do call-in streams, I want you guys to bring interesting ideas that I can engage with, but I already agree that the Electoral College is racist, so... But you can still come on, right? Play Antichamber, it's good, it's weird. I've already played Antichamber. Fucko! I beat that game before you were born, dipshit. Get the fuck out of here. So wait, wasn't I talking to a zoophile? Oh yeah, ER is a huge dumb fuck. But whatever, we'll get to him one day. You didn't love the other day when you joined the call-in stream and a text something with 20 people saying... Dino Thrasher! That wasn't a call-in stream! People just assumed I was letting people on because I let one person on. You fucking weirdos. Oh boy. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, not a zoophile. Listen, who wouldn't want a fucking intelligent horse? Honestly, let's all be real with ourselves. If that horse could talk and consented, that's what we're saying. That's what we're all saying. And not just saying, we're all screaming out for it. Tide Punk Roller Girl. By NoFX, do you mean that website that has the modded video game music? Okay, I hate Hittide. I know you don't like the word, but what you're describing, wanting to fuck like an intelligent animal, I think would be component, at least in part, to zoophilia. Even if you didn't want to fuck. Wait, guys. Does zoophilia describe the desire to fuck something with an animal body or animal intelligence? It's probably just an animal body, right? So wanting to fuck an intelligent horse, like we all do, would probably constitute some form of zoophilia. Ooh! A nickel. We're bombing all over the fucking place. We're like Iran next month. Listen, who hasn't wanted to gently cradle Rainbow Dash's hooves as you slide your meaty girth? I've never seen a single episode of My Little Pony. That's the first name that came to my mind. All I know is Rainbow Dash and Glitter Sparkles. Glitter Sparkles? Is that right? Did I get that one? Did I nail that one? Twilight Sparkles.
Twilight Sparkle.
Twilight Sparkle.
You'd like her. Rainbow Dash is a stupid cunt.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, she's a bitch.
Am I a member of any unions? No. I'm self-employed. Why is incest porn? Alright, everyone stop talking to me. We're spending the next 20 minutes talking about incest porn. Okay. Why is incest porn so popular? Part 1. Introductions. No. Part 1. Forward. So, incest porn has gotten popular due to capitalist alienation. You see, as society makes it more difficult for us to make friends and form genuine social bonds, we react, sometimes rationally, sometimes pathologically, to those external pressures. One of the way one can react to a fear or an insecurity is through its fetishization, or at least by acknowledging a fetishized element of that fear or a reaction to it. A sibling, that's often what incest porn is, but sometimes it's parental as well. A family member is somebody with whom almost everyone will have a bond or be able to have a bond, even if they are not that socially go-getting. Even if you stay inside all day, your family's there. Even if, White Nervosa, what? No, I'm not watching this. Even if you're not particularly social, you've got your family. Even if you don't go outside that much, you've got your family. It's a way for lonely people to imagine, oh, here's an example by which I could have a relationship without having to engage in these performative social shit that is normally required. And there's also the added taboo, of course. And I mean, frankly, just think about it. Imagine you're back when you're like 14 or 15 years old or whatever, in incest porn between siblings. In the mind, you're always young. In the porn videos, they can't encapsulate that for a variety of reasons. But in the imagination, the idealized incestual sibling interaction is one in which both people are in high school. That's just a fact. And the reason for this, excuse me, and the reason for this is because that was back when there's a lot of MILF porn. Yeah, but there's a no. I'm standing by this take. The reason for this is because those ages when you're younger and what have you. This was when you were in high school, which when you were really fucking horny and you were probably socially awkward as fuck. So the idea of forming a sexual relationship with somebody like who literally is the next room over. Would I fuck my sibling? No, gross. Fuck, that's my sibling. Incest like fantasy porn is very fucking different from the actual psychological rigmarole of having sex with a sibling. But whatever the case may be, the loneliness and inability to connect that many people are experiencing these days, I think, has led into this trend pretty substantially. MILF porn is popular. I'm not saying everyone just wants to see porn where people are young. I'm saying that when you were young, 14, 15, you were probably horny as fuck. You didn't have anything to do with your daytime. The idea of like slipping into Sis's room before heading off to school or whatever, I think this is something that can appeal to a lot of people for very, very many reasons. In fact, if you can't understand why a person, the hypothetical other, could fetishize that concept, you're probably thinking about it in poor faith, because it ties in pretty concretely with like the fetishization of taboo and like prime opportunity and so on and so forth. Hello, very white country, matched with a black girl on Tinder. Anything to know? Wait, are you asking me for advice because you matched with a black girl on Tinder? She has an African name. I haven't asked her where she's from. What do you mean? She's whoever you're talking to is probably fine. I don't know. I've never really like looked at a person's skin color or ethnicity and thought, time to read up on this country. Wait, guys, wait, let's be charitable. Maybe he means like African name, like maybe she's from an African country. Do you know if there's any shit? Wait, but now he's saying I just want to be careful. Okay, listen, here's the secret, okay? Alright, listen. I lost my everything virginity to a fucking fat-ass black chick. Okay, here's my hot advice. For one... no, that joke's too edgy for TV. For two, fuck me. For two, probably don't play with their fucking hair that much when you're like first hanging. Don't be weird about their fucking hair. Don't be weird about the fact that they're black, okay? Just don't be weird. Treat her like a human. And please, for the love of God, just don't comment on... Like, refrain from... Oh, God. Like... Hey, you seem like a pretty good sister to me. Wink. Fuck me. Hey, I love your voice. You're very articulate. Wink.
This is going in the being weird about black people block.
Wait, I'm telling other people not to be weird about black people. How is that me being weird about black people? Am I a Nazi because I put out videos where I talk about Nazis?
Yeah.
You grab her ass. It's true.
Stop. What you're gonna say,
No! Hold on.
I don't trust you.
There is nothing weird about playing the persona of somebody weird about black people. Why are you being weird about this? I'm not being weird about someone being weird about black people. You're being weird about me being weird about someone being weird about black people. You're the fuck up. Yeah, Hyena's the real racist here, honestly. Hyena heard black people, and she fucking read because she hates black people. That's the real shit. That's the down low from the V space. What? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Remember when
Don't say whatever fake quote you're about to make right
I
now.
promise you it's going to be real, okay? I thought a little bit harder than that, okay? Remember when you came back from Connor and you were like, holy fuck, I can't believe my holes just got bottomed out by that thick BBC. Remember that? And you said, I'm Latina, but I feel like a white girl.
Stop! I never said that.
That was really weird, Hyena. I don't know.
I literally hate you. They don't know they can do this to our friends, and they all know it's lies. I hate you.
Yeah. Is Asian and foot fetish weird? I'm not personally into foot fetishes. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Is having an Asian fetish weird? I mean it's almost certainly going to lead to you treating people weird. If you're into, look, you're into what you're into, right? Here's my suggestion, okay? If you're into like Asian girls or whatever, try and think of like, why I know Asian isn't a race. You know what he meant and you know what I mean. Just maybe if you're into that, like, fine, that's, you know, fucking, it's America. However, I would probably ask that you look into why you like it and try to check your behavior so you don't do any weird shit about it. Can you explain racial preferences for sex and shit? Listen, there are two kind of racial preferences when it comes to sex and dating, okay? And one of them is totally fine. Fuck me. One of them is totally fine and one of them isn't, okay? Are we ready to learn? Is any fetish too far? Wait, hold on. Let me... One at a time. So, there are two types, okay? Racial fetish number one is fine. It's, hey, I'm just aesthetically preferential to the shit that this race of people are offering, okay? Like, if you're really into, for example, like just the look of having darker skin or bigger lips or a wider nose or any of that shit, then you might think like, oh, I guess I'm like into black women. And that's fine. If it's just that, if you just have an aesthetic preference, I think that's totally fine. As long as you don't act like weird, like you're hooking up with the black girl and you're like rubbing her arms and you're like, ah, yes, the supple Nubian flesh. If you're, whoa, buddy! Wait, I shouldn't have picked this up. This item's lame. Why did I do this? Oh, I have fire. I guess I'll go with it. So if you're not really weird about it and you just, I guess, have like an aesthetic preference, I think that's fine. Yeah. As long as you're cognizant of it. However, most people who have like a race preference thing don't do so because of that. They do so because they are, they think that there's some like intrinsic behavioral characteristic that this race of people carries with them. Like, for example, fetishizing Asian girls because they're submissive and demure, you know? Or fetishizing black girls because they're, I don't know, wild, vacuous, more animal-like. This is kind of where those like stereotypes come from, and they've existed for a really long time. So if you have one of those kind of things, I would encourage you, I guess, to be introspective about why you have those interests and hopefully try to prevent them from like make you do weird shit. I do love black people. What's your opinion on age play shit? Like, I think consenting adults should be able to do literally whatever the fuck they want as long as it doesn't hurt other people.
What about cannibalism?
What about cannibalism?
Yeah, like, what about that murder?
Look, I know what you're talking about. Look, how about we get to that one next, okay?
You're talking about this dumbass shit. You won't talk about my murder cannibalism?
Well, let me answer the question. What about fetishizing Asian girls because you've watched too much anime and think the anime archetypes are real? I'd put that into second category, actually. But that's where a lot of those racial stereotypes come from. So probably be critical of those. What did I said something. I was going to say something. No.
I want to know your take.
Oh, right. Age play. Yeah, it's yeah, consenting adults should be able to do whatever. Someone asked me about, like... I don't know, whatever. I forgot. What would you do if you were gay and poly, then figured out when you were single and wanted more? People that date want monogamy hookups, and couples just want to fuck. Hopefully with BF. Soak Justice Blackguard, I want to fuck no matter what. Whether or not I'm in a relationship, I like having hookups. So, for me, it doesn't change in that way. And given that I can't follow with your presupposition, I can't really comment on the rest of what you said. Did I ever react to rebuke that latest Zizek transphobia? No, because I don't really care.
Don't care about transphobia.
Yep.
Wow.
Nah, for real, though. Like, there's so much worse transphobia coming out from right-leaning people. I generally like Zizek's takes, but it's reasonable to me that, like, a near 80-year-old dude is going to have some fucking weird ideas on the trans issue, or he's not going to be, like, kept up on it. And even then, he's still mostly kept up on it. Most of Zizek's criticism of modern trans ideology isn't the validity of trans people or any of that shit. It's more that he believes that this is a wedge issue that, like, liberal-leaning left people are getting unnecessarily excited over, which prevents them from recognizing the broader material conditions they're ignoring. It's like a soft form of class reductionism, but it's not that problematic. But yes, he said some really yikesy shit on the subject. Wow, Vaush, you're a bitch. Okay. What if you want more than hookups in my scenario? You have a relationship, but I don't have that at all. Wait, Soak Just Blackguard. Wait. You can be upfront with your interest in an open relationship, you know. That's not something you need to hide. Why not talk to your partner about it and see if they're interested? If your partner... Oh. Well, then it's... No. Yeah, no, totally. No, you can find non-monogamous relationships out the bat. I did.
Yeah.
I was the gay poly woman's question. Yeah, I know. I'm just very high. Yeah, Soak Just Blackguard. I'm just saying you can pursue, like, polyamory, hookups, and non-monogamy in any form, no matter what, like, stage you're at in having or not having a relationship. Is necrophilia morally wrong or just gross? Intrinsically, necrophilia is not morally wrong. Like, it can't be. Respect for the dead? Why? Like, why? And how is it disrespectful? And no, like, there's no good moral argument against necrophilia. Under, like, a utilitarian framework. But still pretty fucking gross. What side would you be on in the Revolutionary War? Dude, I'm not a fucking monarchist. USA, absolutely. Dump that tea. So you relinquish ownership of your body after death? I mean, you relinquish ownership of everything else. Okay, so soy milk, which is this item, decreases your damage, which won't affect us, but also decreases your, like, increases your tier rate to the maximum possible speed, which also won't affect us. So I'm not going to get this one. Mm-hmm.
Just in case you didn't think about it, tracks over the, like, percentages.
How fucked does that look? Show me. Fuck it, I don't care.
It's not that bad.
Would you follow then that you don't wish the wishes of the deceased to be followed? Not like it's not whether or not you're following the wishes of the deceased, it's whether or not like their bodies are something that can be like spoken of afterwards. Oh fuck yeah, more bomb shit? Scatter bombs. No! It doesn't work! I'm mad. Do you ever feel slightly conflicted about the American Civil War due to being an anti-imperialist? I mean, I'm in favor of the Revolutionary War, yeah. I mean, it was some cool stuff. Like, I know that the history of America is one of incredible barbarism, and that's bad. But, I don't know, democracy? Shut up. Y'all gotta ask me the hard questions. Y'all are fucking... No, stop asking American Revolutionary questions. It's too much for me at the moment. How are we doing? How are we doing today, chat? Talk about how sexy Lord Shen is from Kung Fu Panda 2? Nah, I think I'm okay. Listen, Kung Fu Panda never had no horses. So I don't give no fucks. How would I rate Picardo Milos? I don't know who that is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Andrew Harper, you can have a revolution that's founded with property rights in mind. That's not antithetical to the definition of a revolution. Of course there are property rights in mind. It was a liberal revolution. It was a revolution of the principles of the Enlightenment. This whole anti-property shit is pretty strictly a leftist bent, and that didn't even exist yet. Not really. What's your line of acceptability when it comes to edginess? I don't know. I mean, it's probably dictated by, like, a case-by-case moralistic assessment of whether or not the rhetoric you're engaging in is harmful or hurts people, and if it does, and if it is, then that's bad. Why you gotta ask me questions? Can we go for light questions? Fuck me. I navigated that. Speed! Have you seen footage? Do you stay noodled? I do not know what you mean. To German chat. Please stop asking me history questions. This is abuse. Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Gina Ragnus, I do generally not like emote spamming. Listen, let us all have the representation we crave, okay? One emote per person. Beautiful democracy. That's what the combo system's for. Do you think monogamy in general is kind of weird? Monogamy is super weird. Yeah, dude, absolutely. The idea that you have to pair bond with somebody, it's like expected that you pair bond. Like, 3 people? Nope. But you have to be with someone. And then because you love them, you can't ever have sex with somebody else? Can I eat your ass? Yeah, you can eat my ass, man. It's so fucking weird. Like, you can still be friends with other people if you're monogamous. They just arbitrarily cut the line off. Yeah, it's true. Even having a fucking female friend as a straight dude is looked on with suspicion. Yeah.
Monogamy is about limiting, like...
Monogamy is gross. What's the farthest, weirdest reaches of my sexuality? I'm not fucking telling you bitches on stream that and try and get me canceled with all my shit. Listen, I like big old dongs, okay?
That's literally it.
There's some other stuff.
Well, I know the gross shit you
Yeah. You know the gross shit. See, why are you kink shaming me? I don't shame you for your kinks.
You don't know my kinks.
I've been in a relationship with you.
Do you know the kind of porn I look at?
No, because you won't tell me, but I know your IRL kinks. Can we all shame Hyena for not being forthcoming about the kind of porn she's into?
I'm okay. That's for me.
I share all... I'm completely open book. She hides it because she's ashamed. No confidence. How much Pokemon have you played? I pretty much just played Pokemon Yellow, yay, back in the day. Yeah. Ricardo Milos? Hold on. Who's my favorite philosopher? Probably Ducalt. I already forgot the name. Let me check again. Why?
It's pretty fun.
Why? Oh, Ricardo oh, the gotcha guy. Yeah, okay, of course I know the fucking gotcha guy. Jesus. The gotcha lord. What's the little spider do? That's called the little mod buddy. And what it does is it shows damage numbers when I hit enemies. It shows their health bars, like that below their bodies right there. And the little buddy himself can run around. And if it touches an enemy, it has a chance of giving them a random status effect. It's mostly done for aesthetics, but it can be fun. Am I hyped for Bloodstained being released in 5 days? I don't know what Bloodstained is. Uh-huh. What cookies? I just realized that I am disgustingly hungry.
I mentioned food.
Oh my god, you have a chocolate bar? Yeah. I want it. Oh yeah. Wait, you can reach in. The stream is seeing you. Oh wait, your tits are like
my
everywhere.
Tits are whole ass out.
Thank you. Your tits are all over the fucking place. Hey, Monsieur Saboteur says for me to shame you to look at your DMs because apparently they want to know if their drawing of your D&D thing is accurate or not. You got fans. I can't wait, but I've got an art stream coming up. Tack is so fucking self-important. Well, I mean, he's Tack, obviously.
Yes. It's great. It's honey.
Which video game legitimately taught you something important? Ah, hold on. Well, I play new games like Rainbow Six or Call of Duty when you get the new comp. Nah, I've never been interested in those games. Blank Rune. Thoughts on Watch Dogs 3? I mean, Watch Dogs 1 and 2 were pretty mediocre, so I don't really have any. What's the difference between the state and the government? It mostly has to do with the allocation of powers. The idea of a state is, actually an extremely modern conceptualization. Title Punk Rocker Girl with a tier 2 subscription. Thank you. It's your girl Jean G, and I'm here to say the bourgeoisie are hella lame. Thank you very much for your contribution, comrade. That is very generous of you, and I love you personally. Unless you're not into that, in which case, I respectfully revoke the interest. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm not really into those franchises. Frankly, in order for a game to appeal to me, I feel like it needs to have some artistic merit. I need to be able to... Oh dear. One part of Guppy. I need to be able to play it and feel like I'm in some way expanding my sort of artistic engagement with the world. Damn it, people popping the fuck off. Yeah, all games are art, But games like Call of Duty, not so much as games like, say, this. This game has a unique aesthetic. It makes me, in addition to the gameplay, it's got something to chew on, you know, art style wise. I really like the blend of pixel art and sprite stretching. You can look at it. Actually, all of you, I encourage you right now to look closely at how these enemies move. Not these ones. These ones don't have like a physical body animation, or at least a very minimal one. Ah, fuck me. I'll wait for the next room. Do you think capitalism will be abolished in your lifetime? Nah, not a chance. Okay. Again, these enemies are not good. Hold on. I'm going to try and find a good example. An enemy that I can lead around. Any idea how many people I've converted? No, I try not to think of it that way, but I always invariably end up doing so anyway. I do get a lot of messages. I just don't like thinking of it as like a cult, personally. I'm very wary of how content creators and influencers can negatively affect the ah, cool. That's going to be useless. Can negatively affect the mental state of their followers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The environment will survive our nonsense. Oh, another guppy piece. Fuck, dude. The environment will survive our nonsense, okay? We might not, but the environment will be fine. Earth will go on. In terms of our well-being, well, you know. I'm sure that pockets of humanity will be able to survive even the most cataclysmic consequences of global warming. Nice! Now we have a guppy's paw and a soul converter. Watch this. The guppy's paw turns 1 heart container into 3 soul hearts. The converter turns 2 soul hearts into 1 red heart container. QED. Pingas. Asked, what would you recommend someone do if you feel yourself developing a parasocial relationship? Honestly, I think the only thing you really can do is just like learn, like accept the fact that as much as you may engage with their content, at the end of the day, you can never know a person until you're there with them, and it is probably not a safe bet to assume that just because you like them up there, that means anything. It doesn't really. That doesn't mean I don't like you guys. It just means that I want us all to be realistic about the nature of our relationship. I asked earlier about my recently former Nazi father. Don't remember your reply. Can I stream? About de-radicalizing Nazis and stuff, the problem is I don't really believe that can be done very effectively. Or at least not very consistently. I don't know much about personal de-radicalization. My only suggestion would be find out what it is they're scared of, because conservative values are always rooted in fear. What's their what is the fear? What is the contention? And once you've found that, try and find specific points that you know they have like a deep emotional investment in, and then hit them on it really hard, trying to indicate their fundamental irrationality and such and such. You want to hit them on that really fucking hard, and you want to keep doing it until eventually you plant a fracture in their mind, a seed that may eventually blossom out into outright doubt. And then one day, huh? And then one day, maybe, they'll, you know, come to and accept that idea for themselves, or... I don't know. The seed's important, though. I'm sure Vaush would let some viewers touch his dick. What?
No, they're getting so thirsty.
Nido climax, yes. Good luck, Frosted Nips. Dino Thrasher, if somebody is a fascist because they fundamentally lack empathy, I don't think there's much to do other than help them off to the end. Just speaking perfectly frankly. Not that that means, you know, killing them or anything. Just be nice to them until they die. Favorite Home Alone movie? The first one, obviously. Mm-hmm. Did I finish Super Chats or just take a break? Oh, I don't know. I'm probably like 15 or 20 minutes behind on Super Chats right now. I get to them when I get to them. Fuck me. Were your threats to read Homestuck on screen legitimate? No, I would kill myself before subjecting myself to that. However, a discussion of Homestuck might one day be prudent. I do like media review. I'm so hungry. Holy shit. Oh, I got one last brownie you donated me. Why am I sticky? Did you like it? Lizard! That came out loud. Okay. Can I ask a weird question that's about STDs? I am open for all weird questions here, my friend. If I let you fuck my boy pussy while you're smoking, I respond to whatever questions look most interesting at the time. And not too complicated, because again, I am high. Why do I hate Arabic culture? I love Arabic culture. Twig Productions, I absolutely would. Favorite Godfather movie? I mean, I don't know. The first one was pretty amazing. I love brownies. The difference between anthropology and sociology. Anthropology is the study of humans, not necessarily human society. It tends to have a more historical, civilizational bent. Very broad picture stuff. Sociology can often focus on very minor issues. I said in one of my streams that I don't like Arab culture. I didn't mean that I don't like... There's no such thing as one Arab culture. I may have used that as like shorthand or something. What I mean to say is that, broadly speaking, the cultures in the Arab world are not ones that I would personally enjoy living in, generally speaking. Have I ever tried sushi before? I grew up in LA. Yeah, of course I have. I love sushi. I've been to Japan. Yeah. Amazing. Do I have any feelings about my mortality? I mean, I don't like it. Ginger Kitten XO, you're wonderful and I love you. There, your name has been spoken. Can I get a good item?
No.
Yes, please. Gives me a free item next run. Doesn't do much for me now, though. No, Dino Thrasher. It's not that I disbelieve you, and speaking frankly, given how much time I've had lately, I probably want to cut down on the amount of messages that I get, so it's alright. That said, I just don't know how to help that type of fascist. Fuck me. Would I get a dick piercing? Fuck that! Dick piercing, no thanks. What I've got down there is doing pretty okay. I do not need to fuck it up. Fuck, that terrifies me. How am I functionally different from a progressive? I'm not. You've caught me. I'm a lib. What's the best kink? Horsecocks. Hold on, I'm gonna get some water. And maybe some snacks. I'm hungry. Yeah? Why the clock not? What time is it?
11. It's early.
Yeah, it's pretty... A little early to be sleeping, don't you think? You fucking goob? You fucking goobster? Love you. Hey, loser. Here. Ooh, you'd let me? There are 4 packets remaining.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are you ready for the mukbang stream, fellas? Boy, absolutely. Oh, we're gonna. You're gonna hear every step of this digestive process. LTS, no, you can't be depressed. I care about you. Why would you do that? What's your favorite video game of all time? Fuck. It might honestly be World of Warcraft, dude. When I was raid lead in WoW back in Legion, when I was pumping out those fucking heaps as a resto shami, that's some of the most fun I've ever had with a video game. The raid shit? God damn. Raid leading was stressful because it was mostly older dudes in the guild though, so they didn't like having orders dictated to them from a little baby boy. LTS, I'm sorry, I don't have more substantive commentary on the matter. Have I watched J-Reg? Good memes? I don't know what that is, I'm afraid. What degree should an angry commie get who wants to organize people in the social areas? Sociology, dude. Sociology or social work. Both of those will do. I'm fucking it up. Would I consider coming back for WoW Classic? Nah, I don't have the time. I don't have the time, dude. Best WoW raid? Fuck. For me personally, the best WoW raid was Siege of Orgrimmar. What's my favorite candy? Probably Reese's Peanut Butter Cups for chocolatey and for fruit. Fuck. Well, for fruit candies. Mm. Mm-mm. Why do I think so many, like STEM dudes and engineers are conservatives? Very simple. Oh, fuck yes. Very simple answer. Because reactionaries often fetishize the concept of logic and reason. Oh my god, Takis are so spicy. And engineers, just by way of the culture of engineering, they're going to learn to fetishize that term themselves. Ew! Yes. Ooh. Am I gonna debate ask yourself again? Yeah, probably. At some point. What? Ow. Would I fuck Destiny? No, I wouldn't fuck Destiny. I'm not into chuds. Oh, yeah. I don't think that, I don't think Hunter Avalone is going to chicken out of the debate. But as for setting up debates in the future, why not, right? Fuck me.
I have milk if you need it.
Nah, I'm good. Tasty ham. I'm happy you have those YouTube subs. But for right now, I think I'll not be social. What are my thoughts on 40-man raids? I didn't ever think 40-man was a good idea. It's basically impossible to maintain, like, calm discipline with 40 people. Unless you're mythic tier. Which means everything's a shit show. Fantastic anarchist. I am not personally a pacifist, and I'm not entirely convinced by the potential for pacifism to solve our problems meaningfully. However, I have nothing against pacifists. I love them. I think they're wonderful, and I hope they populate the world bountifully when the time comes. Fuck me. I might get an editor one day. Might be fun. Should we punch Nazis? No. I abhor political violence. This run is taking me so long. 50 minutes in, and I'm on fucking Caves 1? Holy shit. Did not know that, Garrickson. Poyos, the Avalon debate is going to be at noon PST, so 3 p.m. EST. I want it. I want to hear what Japanese peanuts sound like. Thoughts on ASMR? I've never been into it. I don't really care. There's a lot of weird shit in the ASMR shit. Y'all saw that video that got, like, front page on Reddit? It's the dude who talks about weird YouTube stuff, and he was talking about how there was, like, a young, like, 14-year-old girl who had an ASMR channel. It was weirdly sexual. Remember that shit? It was really weird. It was like ASMR of getting pulled over by like a hot cop thing, and she comes over, and this is a 14-year-old girl, and it's filmed from within the car, and she comes over to the car, and she's like, "Hey there, you know you did something wrong, didn't you?" And it's like a 14-year-old girl, and the dude who's filming might be her dad, and oh boy. Oh boy. Do a Zizek impression? I don't know. I'm pretty high, dude. And you see, as we examine the dialectical... this is, I think, a Hegelian trait of mine. As we examine the dialectical structure that we use to replicate the systems of control we see today, you'll see that, in essence... that Hegel was right, and so on, and so on. Okay, that's the closest I can do when I'm high, okay? I have to touch my face and be like shitting and coming and stuff. Dude, being Zizek is hard. Fuck me. Outprint mine, that's correct. Fuck! I'm sorry, friends. I can't do a Zizek impression. I mean, not a Zizek, sorry, Peterson. Looking forward to the Destroy All Humans remake? Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun with that game back in the day. No, Caitlin. Caitlin, you want to hear some good shit? Not only did I play vanilla, like, I didn't play full vanilla. I had a DPS chart and stuff. But my WoW was really fucking vanilla. I had, I was a raid leader. I had to coordinate the fucking 20 bitches, you know? And, I didn't even have dungeon boss mods. In Legion, I was the only person I knew who didn't have it. And despite that, despite the fact that I was a raid lead, healing with no dungeon boss mods, I was still top ranked in my server. It's taking so long. Fuck me. Tasty ham, what do you want to debate about? I mean, I'm not gonna because I'm high, but what do you want to debate about? Fuck. God for tasty ham. I love you too. Excuse me, why do I hate Fooly Cooly 2 so much? I don't know, because it's diarrhea? Because I trusted the fucking fucking shit showrunners enough to open my mouth so they could squirt that fucking shitload in? I don't know, because I'm a little bit resentful of one of the best animes ever made being fucking the most blatantly shameful commercial cash grab ever fucking done on such a well-respected property. What?
It's Fooly Cooly 2.
Fooly Cooly 2 was so fucking bad. It was so fucking bad. Fooly Cooly 2, unironically, it was so bad that I feel as though it was made by people riffing off of the analysis that fans of the show use to make fun of people who do bad analyses. Huh, guys, what if I'm gonna overflow means that you're gonna come? Huh, and it's just like that, and you come when you overflow. Huh, guys, what if Haruko is actually in love with the Pirate King, in spite of the fact that the fucking point of the original one is that she's utterly heartless, which is important because that's important to how she's thought of by fucking Naota? But why not just change that now so we can humanize Haruko? Why the fuck would you humanize Haruko? For one, she's literally not human. She's an alien. But for two, in addition to her not being a fucking human, she's a monster. She's supposed to exist in relation to other people's personal growth and development and maturity. She's supposed to be the free, the superfluous, the hypersexual, in a very Durden-esque sense, she is meant to be the Tyler Durden to the protagonist Jack. She's supposed to be a representative of all the confusion and angst and anger and what have you that are going on in their mindscape. And by providing a release, or at least forcing them to contextualize and challenge their views that they're slowly starting to develop as puberty hits them, they like force change in the protagonist. This is a very simple narrative role, but in the second one, they introduced the dumb bitch with the car who did like nothing the entire show apart from look cool, and then Haruko like genuinely has an emotional breakdown about not being able to be with the Pirate King anymore. What the fuck? Why? Not to mention the subtext with I forget the main bitch's name, the fucking cat ear hat girl. Okay, her fucking story, her arc, her flow was nothing. Like, Naota had opinions, dude. Naota had a fucking personality. Naota, when I go back and rewatch Fooly Cooly, and I think like, oh, this just happened, how Naota will respond, and I try and contextualize that by comparing it to some hypothetical Naota that exists in my mind, built only of stereotype, they align pretty fucking well. Do you know why? Because Naota is an extremely well-written, consistent, and interesting character. But this dumb bitch, what did we even get from her? The literal only fucking thing we learn is she has like some weird zombie, like gore cannibalization kink thing going on. If they had committed to that, that could have been really funny. Not funny, that could have been interesting. What if we're dealing like, so like Naota's like on a sexual level, Naota wasn't like perverse or anything. He was just interested in and confused by girls. Fine, who hasn't been there, right? But this girl, if they wanted to do a thing where this girl was dealing with like legitimate psychological issues, that would have been pretty. Like what if like she has some serious fucking pathology and she's like fetishizing gore and death and shit, you know? Like what if she, I don't know, like if they had gone a direction, what if she was like a victim of sexual abuse earlier in life? I know that'd be really difficult to pull off well, but please hang on to me here. If they wanted to go like full fucking tilt with this not edgy, but this like subversive, like, okay, Naota's puberty was born of insecurity and pretty normal shit. This one's gonna have some, this one's a little fucked. And we went on that, and it was juxtaposed to Haruko's like contextually oblivious but nonetheless monstrous pursuit of the Pirate King. There are so many ways that this could have been done like well, but instead, like, it's just fucking bad. It's just dumb. I don't even remember the climax. I will never forget the climax of Fooly Cooly 1. Ever. It's inscribed into my fucking brain space. Real? No. Also, the animation was shit. Show looked like ass. Fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Meat. Actually neat. Never mind. Why is cancel culture prevalent in left circles, not right circles? Because the left actually cares about being a good person. It's really that simple. The right-leaning people just don't care that much. They don't care about being a good person that much. Nope, sorry, non-authority. I don't even care. Oh. I take it back, I do. Why did I do that? Hmm? Yes, Telcat. I'm so fucking tired. I shouldn't have smoked the weed. Fuck me.
How much longer do you think you have in you?
I don't know. I have seen the first episode of Hunter x Hunter, not more. I'm not sure what circumstances would need to be present for me to want to speak with stoned Zebra again. They fray, possibly. I'd have to think on it. We do live in a society. It's pretty fucked. Why does everyone want to debate me? Frankly, I need to be meaner to you guys.
Be mean.
CGS2S7, it's entirely my pleasure. As for what I think about long-distance relationships, I don't think they're, like, invalid or anything, but I do think they're very hard. And what's more, you should always be cognizant of the fact that your opinion of somebody could change when you first meet them. No matter how, or when you start living with them. No matter how well you think you know someone, knowing them in person is an important component of that. No matter how much time you spend together online. Just remember that. Doesn't mean it's going to not work out.
And living together is very different.
Yeah, living together is a pretty huge jump. No. Alright, we're doing our best, okay? I'm pretty out of it. I have not seen anything called Ranma. What? What are you whining about? How can you be tired this early?
Not that early. You're tired.
I'm high.
I'm tired.
I don't know.
Wow. Evening.
You're what? I've shown it to them before. This is very arbitrary. My GF made little slugs. Debate me that Smash Mouth's All-Star isn't about climate change. Hasn't Smash Mouth themselves said that All-Star is about struggling with the social alienation of being an All-Star fan? I mean, a Smash Mouth fan? Isn't that literally what it's about? Or were they memeing? Oh.
Eating like an anime character.
Mm-hmm. Upon what core belief do you derive all your other beliefs? Fucking your mom. Got him. I know about the H-Bomber guy video meme. Open up. I have never seen Code Geass. I am not a, as they say, Geass head. Grim, yeah, but no point in worrying about it. Just do the best you can. Oh, jeez. Armored Skeptic is really mad. Holy shit. What did actual Jake do a video of? Knife! There are a lot of people saying a lot of things in chat right now. I want you all to know I love you. You're all asking me. Will I debate Eric Stryker? Oh, white supremacist. Hey, wait, we have a Chud in chat. Wait, no one banned them. Finally, something interesting. You people disgust me. White, cisgender, I forget what your name is. Are you a fucking Nazi coming in to advocate for me debating Stryker? Are you willing to speak for the people who keep asking me to debate him? Yeah, white supreme cis male. So is that you? Are you a Nazi and that's what you're asking for? I'm sympathetic to Nazism, but Eric would like to debate you. Yeah, I know Eric would like to debate because his fucking fanboys keep telling me that I backed out of debating him, even though I never agreed to debate him. So why should I debate him? People keep saying that I should, but I don't really see a reason why. It'd be an interesting convo. You're both great speakers. I mean, there are a lot of people that I can talk to and have an interesting conversation with. Fuck me! Stop! I mean, in a way, it's flattering to me. Because all these people want me to debate him. They're like, ha, you faced all these cuck-servatives. Now it's time for a real debater. So clearly I've struck fear into the hearts of some Nazis, right? If they're thinking like, oh shit, this Vaush guy's looking pretty good. Time to take him down a notch with Stryker. First off, a point. You do realize that I will never lose an argument to a Nazi, right? Because you're factually wrong. Fuck me, I'm so fucking high. You're factually incorrect. It's not possible. You can win, like, rhetorically, people like Nick Fuentes are very good at, like, gish galloping, which makes it look like they've won, to people who aren't really familiar with debate structure, but he makes, like, irrational statement after irrational statement. And I imagine Stryker is the same. Stryker is probably one of those, like, edgy blood sports Nazis, right? And everyone says he's really good at debate because he makes the incisive points. I already know he's a dishonest cunt. I mean, all Nazis lie, so obviously dishonest cunt. But I know that he is because on Twitter, I said something derogatory about him, and he was like, "Whoa, buddy, why don't we be nice?" A Nazi arguing for someone else to be civil in a political space is by definition a bad faith actor, and you all know perfectly well why. Get him. Anyway, if you could tell, like, Stryker's fanboys to stop accusing me of backing out of the debate, that'd be really peachy, because I very deliberately didn't agree to it. Twig Productions, you're amazing and I love you. Oh, Kamikaze Kane with the tier 1 sub. Hey Vaush, it's my birthday, also the first time I've ever donated to a streamer. Thanks for the content. Fuck yeah, comrade. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. And more importantly, happy birthday. Not really intrinsically meaningful, but I hope it brings you some joy. I love you, buddy. Is being ultra stupid considered bad faith by you, or does someone have to know they're lying? No one is ever going to admit they're lying. You have to determine whether or not somebody is lying through inductive reasoning. You have to determine how likely it is. And if people repeat factually untrue statements after they've been corrected, I would consider that bad faith. We don't know why, Vaush. We know Nazis were accused of making human lampshades, deadly masturbation machines, theme park roller coaster death. We conclude that everything we know about Nazis today is war propaganda. What a fucking take. White supreme cis male, without getting into the historical details, do you think it's a little bit suspect that essential to your political ideology is denying a genocide? Is that over... Like, just on a foundational level, if you think, yes, it is time to make the world a better place. Step one. The death camps weren't that bad. That's just a little bit... I mean, I get it, but do you ever think that maybe you're going down a bad road? Yes, because the Holocaust is the foundational myth of neoliberalism. Every argument of why white nationalism is wrong goes to this genocide. Wait, that's not true. What, are you kidding me? I can argue against white nationalism easy without invoking the Holocaust. But also, you didn't answer the question. So you deny it because it's a political end for you, like it benefits your political aims. What if you're, like, does whether or not you're lying not take into account here? Because the historical records on the Holocaust are pretty substantiated. So, if you, like, just don't care about what the truth is, then... Can we have a movie night? I mean, wouldn't I get banned from Twitch for that? I mean, not Twitch, YouTube? I will not play Rainbow Six with you, Bridge, but I do love you. Never forget this. Ah. Do the movie night, please? I don't know what you all are on about.
They just want to hang out with you.
They just want to hang out? What nerds? Yeah, you parasocial babies. A human lampshade's truth, the victors lied about their defeated enemy in a ministry of truth fashion now called... See, white supreme cis male, that's the thing. I can't argue with conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory is by definition irrational because a rational statement is one in which a conclusion follows premises. You establish premises and then you come to a conclusion. Conspiracy theories don't work that way. You have your conclusion. You don't need the premises. Like, I'm really, really sorry if, like, believing in a lie makes you feel safer or more comfortable. But as somebody who's interested genuinely in truth and ethics, I have to concentrate on, you know, what is factually substantiated. It's true that there are problems in historical records, in all historical records. However, our understanding of the Holocaust seems pretty bulletproof right now. And the reason for that is because it was very deliberately, extensively documented to prevent people like you from twisting the truth down the line. It's one of the most well-documented events in human history. Now, is there some ambiguity on, exactly how many people died and what order of events and who shot the propaganda guns first? Yeah, there is a little bit of ambiguity on that, totally. But that's a huge step away from saying, hey, there are some inaccuracies in most historical recounts of events. And then you take that to, this is part of a conspiracy to build up an international tragedy which will propel the Jewry into a position of power. It's a big old way down the line, you know? But if you, wait. Personally, I've always assumed that conspiratorial thinking is foundationally rooted. And if Jewry have immense power, where is the conspiracy? Well, that's the thing right there. Right now, you can factually prove that Jewish people have done well for themselves and have probably a disproportionate amount of control, like if you count the Jewish ethnic group. Not so much if you just look at religion, but if you look at them as an ethnic group, then yeah, that's a long way away from the Jewry are using their deliberate in-group nepotism to destroy the Goyim by leveraging an economic and cultural war, by importing brown people in from the third world, and see, those are huge leaps right there. What you just made was an irrational statement. I don't know if you consider yourself to be a rational person or if, like, truth matters to you as a concept, but the statement you just made is by definition irrational. It doesn't logically follow from its own premises. I would encourage you to look more into this in the future. I hate Haiti. If that is how you pronounce your name, have a good sleep. Importing brown people enriches the top 1%. It's an economic conspiracy as well as maybe white genocide. See, again, you say it's a conspiracy, and I'm really sorry to do this to you, but I need proof to believe things. That's why I'm a skeptical person, you see. So you just saying that doesn't make it true. Now, do I agree with you that the economic elite benefit from immigration? Yeah, sure. Does that mean that the Jewish elite are deliberately importing brown people to destroy whiteness? No. No, I'm sorry. I can debate the facts in all of this, by the way, you know. I'm pretty familiar. Economic elite is mostly Jewish. Some 40% of the billionaires in the U.S. are Jewish. Yeah, if you count them by, like, Nazi Jewish ethnicity science, A. And B, you can't prove a conspiracy from the evidence you have. And C, even if everything you're saying right now is correct, even if there is some broader global corporate interest to import brown people, I still don't think that's a bad thing. You would have to win me over on so many points at once. But again, you've made like a dozen statements in a row now, which are just flatly irrational. How am I supposed to debate somebody like you? Argue veganism with me? I'm good. But I understand what's going on in your head, you know. White, cis, genocide, male. I'm always forgetting your name. I do understand what goes on in your head. You probably felt some despair over the state of things for some time, and you didn't really understand why things were looking as bad as they do, and then you discovered the truth. You were red-pilled, and such and such, and now you're very emotionally attached to that truth because that truth is a mechanism for you to understand the world as it exists today and cope with your fears. I get that. It's a thing that all human beings do. I'm not trying to put you down or patronize you. The problem is that your tendency to do this has led you down a very rocky road of anti-Semitism and genocide and war and violence and historical revisionism. So, if you're interested in being a skeptical person, like myself, somebody who cares about factual information, I would argue that you should probably reconsider the motivations with which you pursue truth and the level of skepticism you apply to the things you believe. And you said, of course it's bad to import low-class foreigners. What country is dumb enough by those? See, you're not really making arguments. You're just repeating talking points. This is precisely what I mean. I also think you're ignoring the things that I'm saying, which is fine. That's another way to control what you believe. If you just ignore people who disagree with you. I talked about this with Chad earlier today, you know. I listen to everyone that I talk to. I'm always open to having my mind changed. Even with Nazis. It's important, when we disagree with a conclusion, to disagree with it because it is wrong, not simply because we don't like it. To do otherwise would be to be irrational, and if you are irrational, you cannot expect other people to abide by your views rationally either. If you come into a debate with a Nazi and you say at the beginning, just so you know you are disgusting and I won't be listening to anything you say, well, they could say the exact same thing to you. Yeah, sorry, Dino Thrasher. Love you too, Dino Thrasher. I'm so close to finishing this run, then I'm going the fuck to sleep. Jesus Christ. Sleep! How am I so articulate when I'm stoned? It's the only thing I've been articulate on. The anti-fascist rhetoric is now probably comes easier to me than most other things. I'm not ignoring you. I actually appreciate your debunks what's obviously far-right propaganda. Communist countries erect a wall, shut immigrants trying to cross them. Any socialism is inherently anti-immigration. No, socialism doesn't have anything to do with immigration, naturally. There are non-capitalist societies that have, in the past, been comparatively open to immigration. Socialist just means worker-controlled means of production, but that doesn't inherently mean like a nationalist worldview. Thankfully. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be patronizing, comrade. I should be forthcoming about what I believe and why I believe it. Nazis are irrational people. Their thinking is conspiratorial. It can't be backed up with rational evidence. They have feelings. And sometimes they manage to provide what look to be pretty compelling evidence for those feelings. Like they'll find one, like, disreputable Evo Psych professor who believes in race realism, or they'll like take out of context older studies, or they cling on to like little bits of information while ignoring the broad context. The broad context is, of course, Jewish. It's evident of Jewish control of academia. Not the parts of academia that give them the conclusions they agree with, of course. No, but, you know, the academia they don't like. All consensus is just evidence of the conspiracy. It's very... Now, that's for Nazis. You can be a fascist without being a conspiracy theory. It's actually possible to be a fascist and be completely morally consistent. It just makes you a monster. Most people who align with fascism are not morally consistent. Most of them will still claim to believe in things like human happiness or well-being as a virtue, which you can't as fascism. It just doesn't work. If there was a fascist who genuinely believed that characteristics like honor, subservience, and bloodline are like the intrinsic goods of the universe, then that might be a consistent fascist, but they would not be a great person. They Frey, why don't you try messaging me on Discord? I always respond to people who message me. What's wrong with race realism? Genetic determinism is probably the best methodology for predicting success. White supreme cis male, the thing that you just said to me, and I'm about to go, so I'm going to leave this conversation at that, is factually wrong. Genetics have essentially no predictive outcome on a person's success. Your environment does. It's your environment. That's why when couples... children of low IQ couples get adopted by high IQ couples, their subsequent success in life raises tremendously. Same genetics, mind you, different environment. Everything we know about predicting human behavior stems from our understanding of environmental influences. There are a couple very, very sparse genetic arguments, and they do interact with the environment. But to suggest that, like, genetic predictability is the way we best orient societal, like, assumptions, it's just not true. And what's more, it's also a Mott and Bailey, because you said, what's wrong with race realism? And then you defended genetic predictors. See, that doesn't establish a connection between genetic predictors and race. Most, consensus seems to indicate that... I know I use this word a lot, consensus, but I'm high and it's late. What do you expect me to have data in front of me? Consensus seems to indicate that genetically speaking, there really, really isn't that much variance between human beings. There's not that much of it. So, yeah, all the same. No one's special. Feels bad. There are differences, of course. Skin color, maybe like a small amount of average height, that kind of stuff, you know?
Are you saying race exists?
Yeah, I know. Those things, yeah, very small differences. But in terms of like race being a predictor to success, no. No, this is completely unsubstantiated. It's a ridiculous statement. But it feels really true to you because you look at America and you see like black people are all shooting each other and doing crack and trapping, and white people are Beethoven and they invented the car and stuff. See, the thing is, your understanding of this issue is colored by biases that you've adopted through just engaging with society and the particular elements of society you've engaged with, and so on and so forth. So, that statement, race isn't a big predictive, like, determining category when it comes to a person's success, it may feel intuitively to be very stupid because, oh, of course, there are black people, and they got look at black people, look at Jews in every country, oh, white people globally, so on and such forth. But when you actually pull the data apart, the evidence seems to suggest that social predictors of success, environmental ones, are much more accurate than racial ones. In fact, the racial ones might not be accurate at all. Imagine a world in which, through circumstance, black people ended up being a global superpower. And then I'm sure in their racial conceptualization of the world, white people would be the ones with the stupid, the dumb brains, and black people would be the one. Of course they couldn't. How could they not? Look at their bodies, obviously. Black people, of course, they're on top. And same with an Asian society. In fact, we can see that. Go look at Japan. They believe that. The racial hierarchies determined entirely by the people who create it.